Dan.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
I like the shirt.
Thank you. Got the Fight Island vibes.
I like it. I like it. We're going to start you off with Gabriel Gonzalez from Cage Side Press.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Gabriel? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's pretty early over here, but it's easy when you're talking to the stars, you know?
Ah, come on.
Let's talk about it. Big featherweight fight over the weekend. What were your thoughts on the match between Max and Alex?
Now,
One more time. Just what were your thoughts on the fight between Alex and Max?
I thought it was a great fight. I thought Max had won, but that's how it goes sometimes, and he'll always be a champion. Max has 5 belts at home, but I don't think this is the end of Max. I definitely think he'll have a title again in his future, but it is what it is, as he would say.
So, did you score it for Max?
Yeah, I did. I had round 1, 2, and 3 for Max. 4 and 5, or you could even argue 4, in my opinion, but I'm biased, obviously. I was rooting for the Hawaiian, but it was a good fight. I thought he did great, but sometimes that's how it goes.
Being in quarantine, can you describe what the experience was like? Like, did you have to watch UFC 251 just alone in your hotel room? How did it work?
Yeah, they actually they streamed. I woke up, I saw the main card, and it was actually streaming on the TV, so I just watched it there. I ended up doing a little workout, so I missed parts. I saw bits and pieces of like the Jan and Aldo fight. I watched the Max fight. I sat down and watched that fight, and then I watched the Usman fight as well. So I thought they were great fights, good fights.
You fought around the same time as Calvin back in May. When you had your fight and you saw obviously he had his, did you feel like this might be a guy that they pair you up with?
At the time, no. I was thinking maybe I'd end up fighting him down the line because he was a bit higher than me, and I just um I didn't I thought he'd maybe wait and fight someone above him because he's deserved it, and he's earned it. But much respect to him for taking a fight against me, and I'm excited to share the cage with him and go out there and put on a show.
If you win this one, it would be your 7th straight. It'd be your second fight, that you won during the pandemic. Is it bittersweet? You're getting all this done and there's no fans in attendance watching?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but that's kind of why I've gotten the opportunities I'm getting today because of this pandemic. And so in a way I'm grateful for it because it's really I've taken full advantage of this opportunity. And a lot of guys have to sit out, and it's unfortunate for them. Some guys can't travel, but I'm taking full advantage, and this is my time to get ahead and make a name for myself. And I got a title to win, so I can't let anything stop me. Even a global pandemic, I can't let it stop me.
Final one from me. What does Calvin bring to the table that makes him dangerous as an opponent?
He's a ferocious. He's a finisher, and that's what I am too. I always go out there and I bring in a fight. He's definitely dangerous. I feel like I'm dangerous in a lot more areas. So it's going to be a fun fight. You never know what can happen in a fight, but I'm going to go out there and do everything I can to win, and we'll see what happens Wednesday night, Thursday morning.
Thank you.
Next, we have Damon Martin from MMA Fighting.
What's up, Damon?
Dan, what's up, buddy? Obviously, we knew this was a big fight going in, and I know, you were obviously friends and a big fan of Max Holloway, but in a weird way, does it make it easier going for the title now, knowing that it's Alex, a chance to avenge Hawaii a little bit? I mean, does it make it easier? Because I know you didn't want to fight Max. I know that's not a fight you really wanted. You would have taken it, but I know it's not one you wanted.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely more motivation to go after the Aussie than my fellow Hawaiian. So I'm excited. I'm hungry. I have a tough opponent in front of me, but who knows? You never know what's going to happen in this division. I could go out there and get a big win over Kattar and get a title shot because you got these top five guys. The guys in the top five aren't active, and I'm active. I'm out there. I'm winning. This is my third fight this year, and if I keep going out there and I keep winning, pretty soon you can't deny me.
Let me ask you about that because there's been, obviously some good guys at the top of the division. There's been a lot of talk about Brian Ortega and the Korean Zombie. We've heard rumors about Zabit and Yair, but as far as I know, nothing's officially been announced. I mean, you've been staying very active, obviously, during the pandemic and kind of rising your way up the ranks. I mean, this would be a huge win for you. But is it frustrating those guys keep getting mentioned, yet they're not active right now?
I sometimes I don't understand it. You got Brian Ortega. I feel like he retired after Max beat him up. He hasn't fought in 2 years. I have a lot of respect for that guy too, but he hasn't fought for 2 years and he's still ranked like number 2 in the world or something. Then you got Yair out there and Zabit, a guy we manage. But then again, same thing. Like I'm not talking about my guys, but they're not active and they're not fighting. And even if they're these guys are scheduled to fight or whatever in August, like who knows when they'll even fight again. So I'm just focusing on me right now, and I'm doing what I have to do to get a title shot, and that's all I'm really focused or worried about.
With that said, I don't want to take the focus away from Calvin, but the Ortega fight would be out there considering he's talked about fighting the Zombie, but he has been very open about being kind of stuck in South Korea, the pandemic, and we understand that. But is that Ortega fight maybe one you would target after this one?
If it's the number one contender fight, 100%. Whatever it takes. I'm out there, and like I said, I'm going to keep being active and I keep winning. I know Alex wants to stay active as a champion, and he wants to get one fight in before the year ends. So, whatever it's going to take. I feel like I'm the guy, but we'll see what happens. If I got to fight Ortega, if I got to fight a Zombie, I'm going to fight those guys.
And you mentioned before, a lot of respect for Calvin taking this fight, with all the jockeying for position with rankings. A lot of guys who are ranked don't want to fight a guy technically ranked below them. And I know you have a lot of respect for that, but also in terms of activity, I mean, how much respect do you have for a guy like Calvin, coming off that big knockout over Jeremy Stevens and jumping right back in here with you, coming off a big win over Edson? I mean, it feels like a perfect fight, but again, there's no, he doesn't have to accept this.
For sure. It's a similar mindset. He wants to stay active. He's hungry. I'm sure he wants to win the title as well. So, we're the 2 best fighters in the world. The best fighters in the world are going to keep fighting. And that's what I asked for. I asked for the best fighters in the world. And, I think Calvin can respect that. And that's why he took the fight against me. And it's gonna be a great fight Wednesday. And, the best man will win.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
All right, David.
Next, we have Paul Honda of Honolulu Star Advertiser.
What's up, Paul? How are you?
Oh, let's see.
Early for you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great. 4 a.m. Yeah, sorry. Hello?
High school, Reggie Torres. I talked with him and he said, I want your response to this. He said, I've seen most of his fights. He has the best work ethic. Dan will have to work through the distance and the hits, find a way to score through hits and takedowns. He's more in shape, has a bigger heart than his opponent. So push the tempo and win in the third. Win through cardio. What's your response to that?
That was from Reggie Torres?
Reggie Torres.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that was my high school wrestling coach. And, he has a big part of this too. He really helped instill a mindset in me from high school wrestling. I started my junior year, but, we had a motto. It's called outwork the competition. And I wasn't the best wrestler. I wasn't the most talented, but I can outwork guys. And that's something I still bring to the table today. And I will go out there and I will outwork Calvin. And that's pretty awesome. So tell him what's up for me, please.
I have one more question. When you think about where you are now, 14 into 6 years into a pro career, compared to when you first started, in high school, I mean, you don't have time to think about that kind of stuff, but maybe if you can think about it now for like a few seconds, what do you think?
Yeah, I always look back. You can never forget where you came from. I look back to the beginning. I look back to when no one believed in me, and I was the only person who had to, tell myself I was gonna make it. I was gonna make it to the UFC when I had doubters and people telling me, "Hey, you're not making any money. You're not. You're why are you doing this? You're getting hurt. You're getting injured. You're getting cut. You're getting bruises." But you're not getting anything out of it. I was the one that had to keep telling myself it doesn't matter because I have a goal and I'm going to achieve it. And here I am now, main event in Abu Dhabi. Is pretty awesome to look back on.
Do you have any shout outs for anybody in particular?
Oh, just shout out to everyone back home. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate all you guys. Cuckoo Red Raiders for life. Yep, that's it.
All right, thank you, Dan. Best wishes, brother.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, and then last one up is Sumik Dada from Sports Kita.
Hi, Sumit Dada.
Hey Dan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. How are you?
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first thing I want to ask was, this is your first main event. How do you feel about that?
I'm pumped up, super excited. It's a big opportunity for me, so I can't be happier. And but it's the same thing. At the end of the day, I have a big job to do. I can't let the bright lights, the cameras, the extra media, and all this take away from the fight. So I have one job to do, and that's to go out there and win. And I'm really excited.
Right. Knowing that this is your first main event and it will be on the Fight Island, does that add any sort of extra pressure on you?
No, not at all, because I have the same goal, the same mindset. It's a great experience. Obviously with the whole global pandemic, we're very fortunate and grateful to be here, still competing and living out our dreams. So I'm really excited, and I'm happy to be here in Abu Dhabi, competing on this historic event.
Right. One last thing I wanted to ask was, what did you make of the featherweight title fight this week between Max Holloway and Alex Volkanovski?
It was a great fight. I was rooting for my fellow Hawaiian, Max Holloway, and I thought he had won the fight, but sometimes that's how it goes. And we're gonna get a title back for Hawaii. Mark my words, we will.
Right. Thank you, and good luck for the fight.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. That's all we have for you today. Good luck on Wednesday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Thanks, Nam.